Hello student. Today we will discuss about the basic definitions of the railway engineering. As you know that we have discussed some basic terminology in our last classes of railway engineering, but those are related to the only the composition of the railway tracks. So now today we will discuss the each and every component, the definitions with some thematic diagram of each and every component related to the railway engineering. So before going to start the session, let me introduce myself. Myself, Dr. Devashish Das. I am Assistant Professor Civil Engineering Department, JIS College of Engineering, Kalyani. Here is my email ID and contact details are given. So if you have any query after this session regarding this session or any other sessions uh, on transportation engineering, please feel free to contact me. So, what is the introduction? So, among the different modes of transport, railway have their greatest utilization in the transport of large volume of heavy and bulk commodities and passengers over long distances with safety, comfort, and convenience. So, this is the history of the railway. I will not go to the these details because this has been already been talked in last two classes. So what are the various type of what are the various history that thing is elaborated here. So in 1853 the first train was started from Bombay to Thane. In this way, what are the various stages of the railway development are discussed in these two slides. So what are the adhesion of wheels? So wheels are basically the resistance offered by the friction between the metal surface of the rail and the wheel are known as the adhesion of the wheel. What is edging of sleepers? So edging of sleepers is in order to obtain an inward slope of 1 in 20 for rails, the sleeper are cut to form a table. The process of cutting the wooden sleeper or casting the concrete sleeper accordingly known to the edging of with sleepers. What is aspit? So aspit is the long masonry pit constructed longitudinally inside and under the track to collect the ash from the steam locomotives. Actually, these ash pits are used at the previous time at or long back when there are the steam locomotive or the locomotive which are operated by using the coal. At that time they use some acid to, under the tracks so that they can collect the uh, ashes from the steam locomotive. What is ballast? Ballast is granular material used in the packaging under and around the sleeper to transfer the load from rail to the sleeper. Now, what is check rails? So, the rails which are introduced along the inner rail of the track on the third car for reducing the wear or of rail are called as the check rails. So, check rails are developed. The check rails are also provided along the straight rail opposite the crossing in turnouts. So, what is turnout? So, before going that, what is rails? So, rails are basically the longitudinally placed the steel material upon which the trains are moving. So what is the bearing plates? It is a basically mild steel or a cast iron plates used for fixing the rail with a wooden sleeper. It is rectangular plate which are made of either mild steel or cast iron or wrought iron or malleable steel which are interposed between the foot of a flat-footed rail and the wooden sleeper to distribute the load on a large area are called as the bearing plate. So the bearing plate is something like that. Actually, you see, it is provided to transfer the load in a comparatively in a more surface area. So if this bearing plates are not there, the load will be act as a pinpoint load, and which is transmitted from rail to the ground through some particular pinpoint direction. But when we provide some bearing plate, it distribute the load in a certain area so that the load can be propagated. So this is the bearing plate. You can see this is the plate are used for transmission of the load. So what is chairs? The chairs are keeping to the bull-headed rails in a proper position. Special devices are provided in between the sleepers and the rail, which is known as the chair. So what is bull-headed rail? That thing already been discussed in the previous classes. This is the chairs. So chairs is you have get the idea about the chairs. So now the one of the most important topic is the coning of wheels. What is coning of wheels? So you can see that this is suppose axle. So this is the gap, the distance between two axle, the distance between two wheels is known as the flanges. And the elevated portion, the distance between the elevation portion is known as the coning of the wheel. Why this coning is provided? Why this coning is provided? Because the wheels are moving in the rail, and this coning is provided so that the wheel cannot derailed from this rail, and the accident will not happen. So that is why the coning is provided to this uh, wheel. So coning of wheels is what allows a train to take a turn without slipping off its track. Yes, as I discussed that when they are take the turn, this coning will help them to keep in their track and restrict to slip from the tracks. So coning of wheel. So this is the axle. This is the flanges of wheel. This is the slope in 1 into 20. This is wheel, and this is the slope 1 in 20. So this is the diagram, schematic diagram of a coning of wheel. You can get some objective type, means 2 or 3 marks or 5 marks descriptive type question on a brief about the coning of wheel. So be clear about the concept of the coning of the wheel. Now what is the creep of the rails? So creep is the longitudinal movement of the rails in a track is known as the creep. What is drop pit? Drop pit is the constructed in loco set for taking down wheels of locomotive during repair. So when we need to repair the wheels, we have to move below. Sorry, we need to move the below the train. So this is called the drop pit. Next is the examination pit. These pits are constructed for examination of the engines underneath the train. Detector. A detector is a device used on railroad to detect axle and the signal problem in passing train. The detector are normally integrated into the tracks and often include a sensor to detect the several different kind of problem that could occur. So this type of things is rarely found in the Western country. It is not used in the Indian scenario due to the high cost of the instrument. And so this is whatever topics or whatever point are discussed, it is considering the worldwide scenario. So what is the hog rail? What is the definition of hog rail? So hog rail is the surface detected a defect of the rail in which the rail ends are bent downward at the joint. So if you can see that here is a joint, and in this position the rails are meeting at a point are bented. So this point or this phenomena is known as the hocked rail. So the hocked of the rail is a method of the measurement. What is the kinks? So the lateral shift of the rails due to the loose joint and defective gauge is called as the kink. What is the station? A railroad station where trains stop only when a flag or other signal is displayed or when the passengers to be discharged. What is falling mark? It is the point beyond the covering point of two or more tracks before which the trains on one of those tracks have to be stopped so that the train movement is not obstructed in other tracks. So basically, the falling marks is provided in a single route or in a single track where there is a junction, there is only one entry point or one exit point. So in that case, the falling marks can be observed. What is gang part? So the resident quarter provided near the center of the gauge beat are called the gang. Guardrails. So what is guardrails? So extra rail provided over the bridges to prevent the damage and the derailment of the on the bridges. So this is the provided in the bridge area where some joints are there. In that area, it is provided to it is placed to provide some extra strength so that it cannot be derailed from the track. This is the hill. Tapered rail fixed to the main rails are called as the hill. This is the level crossing. What is level crossing? Are places when the road and the rail lines cross each other are called the level crossing. So all you are familiar with this term as the level crossing. Now is the rolling stock. So rolling stock is compromises of all the vehicles that moves on the railway. It usually includes both powered and unpowered vehicle, for example, locomotive, railroad car, coaches, and the wagons. Stock rail. What is stock rail? This is the main rail at which where the tonnage rail fits against it. This is a schematic diagram of a stock rail. You can see here that this portion is called as the fog. This portion is called as the closer rail. This portion is called as the switch rail, and this portion is called as the stop rail. Means the position. This is the main rail at which where the tongue rail fits against. Means this is the position where this close rail or the switch rail are initiated for the for the movement of the train. So tongue rail is the tapered rail used in switch. So this is a example of some tube railways in UK. So you can find out that these are the some tube rails. There are various type of rails are there in the local trains, suburban trains, express trains, then metro. Those all things are considered under the railway. So this is the railroad station. You can see the various component of the railroad station. This is the water tower. Water tower contains because for the emergency purpose it is provided at the stations. This is a tunnel or the underground passages. This is a tunnel train. This is a viaduct railway bridges. These are the some examples of the various type of trains. This is the some bridge trains. It is construction that allows passage between two points separated by a depression or an obstacles. This is the overpasses. The rails are passing in this portion. This is the overpasses. This is the engine set. You have seen that the loco set. Here the engines of the coaches are kept for the washing, cleaning, and other halting purposes. This is the rail, as you know that this is the typical rail. So now is the what is the sleeper? So it is one of the cross braces that support the rail on a railway track. This is ballast. What is ballast? Ballast is the track ballast from the track bed upon which railway sleepers are laid. Now, what is gauge? The gauge are the distance between the inner side of two parallel rails that make up a single railway. Means the distance between this is a one rail, this is another rail, and the distance between two rail are known as the gauge. Turnout means suppose one a complete set of point and crossing along with a lead rail is known as the turnout means one train is suppose moving in this direction and suddenly take a right turn and again move in that direction. That is for the turnout. Means it is go outside of the main track. Turn left. This is the turnout. You can find out this is the main junction, this is the main train route, and suddenly it go in this direction. So this is a turnout. Right hand turnout. Right hand turnout is basically the movement of the train apart from their own track. That is the turnout. Now the turnout are either in right turnout or the left turnout. So what is right hand turnout? If a train from the main track is diverted to right of the main route in the facing direction, then this diversion is known as the right hand turnout. So this is their main direction and they have diverted in this direction. Left hand turnout is the if the train main tracks is diverted to the left of the main route in the facing direction, then this diversion is known as the left hand turnout. So this is the point and crossing. Means at which point the two trains are crossed each other or the two tracks are crossed each other. It's better to say two tracks are crossed each other is known as the point and the crossing. Now, what is yard? Yard is a system of tracks of various purpose, such as the receiving, storing, and dispatch of goods, wagon, and the passengers. And this is the signal. This is the stop signal, caution signal, and the clear signal. So you can find out if two bar are in a parallel direction, then it is a stop. If one bar in parallel direction, another in inclination, then it is caution. Means go slow. And if it is both are in a angle or the inclined way, then it is clear it is a green signal to the driver. So this is all about some definition In the next classes, we will discuss in details about the sleeper, details about the gauge, details about the ballast. So each and every component will be discussed in details, the advantages, disadvantages, the various types, the various characteristic, various classification, various specification. Everything will be discussed in details in the next class of each and every component of the railway track. So this is for today's class. So if you have any query, my contact details are given at the beginning of this lecture. So you can contact me. So till the next class, thank you.